these companies are insider-owned businesses. And one of the greatest benefits of working with friends is the foundation of trust and safety that already exists within the relationship. Trust is a vital ingredient in any successful team, and when you have the opportunity to work alongside someone you already know well, that trust is often built in. Friendships are built over time through shared experiences, mutual respect and understanding, all of which can contribute to a positive and supportive working relationship. When you work with friends, there is often an inherent comfort level that allows for open communication, collaboration, and the willingness to take risks. How does that? In a work environment, feeling safe is critical to productivity. People are more likely to share their ideas, express concerns, and contribute to creative problem solving when they feel that they will be heard and respected. This is even more true when working with friends, as the emotional safety they offer can help you feel more comfortable taking on challenges, speaking up, and exploring new solutions without fear of judgment. Friendships bring an unspoken level of support that can make individuals feel more confident in their professional roles. In a way, the emotional backing of a friend can act as a safety net, allowing one to take risks and experiment with new ideas without the fear of failure or repercussions. So, furthermore, trust in a professional setting often means that you can count on your colleagues to follow through on commitments, be accountable, and contribute to the collective success of the team. With friends, there is often an additional layer of reliability because you know them on a deeper personal level. You understand their strengths, weaknesses, work ethic, and communication style, which can help streamline collaboration and create a more efficient working environment. And so this familiarity can often lead to greater cohesion and synergy between teammates, as there is a shared understanding of each person's role within the team and how best to communicate and cooperate with each other. However, trust also creates an environment where constructive criticism can be more easily accepted and offered. In typical professional relationships, it can sometimes be difficult to provide honest feedback without fear of damaging the relationship. But with friends, there is a foundation of mutual respect that allows for open dialogue and feedback. Friends often know how to deliver criticism in a way that is both constructive and empathetic, which can encourage growth and improvement. This ability to have difficult conversations without fear of causing tension is an asset in the workplace, where feedback is essential for individual and team development. Additionally, working with friends can bring a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose that enhances the team dynamic. This sense of mutual understanding fosters collaboration, as friends often feel more comfortable brainstorming together and tackling problems as a unified front. When you work with friends, the relationship naturally fosters an environment where people support each other, celebrate successes, and offer assistance in times of need. This level of support can help mitigate stress and increase job satisfaction, as employees feel less isolated and more connected to their colleagues. Ultimately, working with friends can lead to a stronger, more cohesive team dynamic, where trust and safety create a productive and supportive environment. The emotional backing that comes from a friendship can enhance the work experience, making individuals feel more confident in their roles and more engaged with the team's goals. With mutual respect, clear communication, and shared values, friendships in the workplace can help build a foundation for success, growth, and innovation. However, as with any relationship, it is important to maintain a balance and ensure that the professional aspects of the work environment are not overshadowed by personal dynamics. While working with friends can bring numerous benefits, it is essential to establish clear professional boundaries to ensure that the dynamic remains effective and functional in a work environment. Without these boundaries, the line between personal and professional relationships can easily blur, leading to potential complications. In the workplace, the roles and expectations are different from those in a friendship, and mixing the two can create confusion, inefficiency, or even conflict. Clear boundaries help protect the integrity of both the professional relationship and the friendship itself. One of the key challenges when working with friends is navigating the shift in the relationship from a casual, social setting to a more structured, goal-oriented environment. In a friendship, the tone is often informal with a focus on mutual understanding and shared experiences. However, in a professional setting, expectations and behavior need to be more formal and purpose-driven, with a focus on achieving business goals and meeting deadlines. Without proper boundaries, it's easy for the familiarity of friendship to lead to a lack of professionalism. For instance, it might become harder to hold each other accountable for work tasks, or there may be a tendency to avoid difficult conversations, like giving feedback or addressing underperformance, in order to preserve the ease of the friendship. Setting clear professional boundaries helps to maintain the necessary levels of respect and focus on the job at hand. It ensures that both individuals recognize and respect the roles they hold within the workplace. A leader, for example, may have to supervise a friend, and it's important that the friend respects the authority and decision-making of that leader, just as they would any other manager. And finally, similarly, if both friends work on the same team, they must acknowledge that their personal relationship shouldn't interfere with their ability to collaborate professionally. Defining what is acceptable and unacceptable in terms of behavior, communication, and responsibilities can help prevent the emotional ties of friendship from disrupting the productivity of the work environment. Moreover, clear boundaries help to preserve the integrity of the friendship itself. When professional roles are not clearly defined, the pressure of work issues can seep into the personal relationship, leading to unnecessary tension. For example, if a work project goes wrong or a team fails to meet a deadline, the emotional fallout from these challenges might spill over into the personal relationship, causing resentment or disappointment. On the other hand, maintaining boundaries ensures that work conflicts remain at the workplace and personal issues stay outside the work context. By being mindful of the distinction between the two, you protect both the friendship and the work dynamic, preventing one from negatively impacting the other. In addition to emotional boundaries, it's also essential to establish boundaries regarding time and space. Friends may be accustomed to spending time together outside of work, but in a professional context, this needs to be approached with consideration for the responsibilities each person has. Overstepping into each other's personal time can lead to burnout and affect the quality of both work and friendship. By respecting each other's time, particularly outside of work hours, friends can maintain a healthy work-life balance, which contributes to long-term success and well-being. It's important to recognize that not every social situation or conversation is appropriate for the work environment, and vice versa. Finally, setting boundaries allows for healthy, respectful disagreements. In a work setting, constructive conflict is often necessary for growth and progress. Friends may be more hesitant to challenge each other or provide honest feedback due to the fear of damaging the friendship. However, if both individuals recognize and respect the boundaries between their personal and professional lives, they can engage in productive debates and disagreements that are based on the goal of improving the work rather than avoiding conflict in the name of preserving the friendship. This balance is essential for both professional success and the longevity of the friendship. Friends can be a rewarding experience, but it requires a conscious effort to set clear and healthy boundaries. These boundaries create a structure that helps preserve professionalism and respect, while allowing the friendship to thrive outside of the work environment. Without these boundaries, the risk of emotional strain and diminished productivity increases. By being mindful of the distinction between work and friendship, individuals can ensure that both aspects of their relationship remain healthy and beneficial, contributing to both personal and professional success. When working with friends, it's important to consider the potential impact on the friendship itself. Mixing personal and professional lives can sometimes create challenges that strain the bond between friends. especially when work pressures or disagreements arise. While friendships can thrive in personal settings where trust and understanding are key, the added dynamic of the workplace can introduce complexities that might alter the nature of the relationship. If not handled with care, these changes can lead to misunderstandings, frustration, or even the deterioration of the friendship altogether. One of the primary risks of working with friends is the possibility of professional conflicts affecting personal relationships. At work, people are often under pressure to meet deadlines, solve problems, and make decisions that impact the success of the team or organization. During high-stress periods, misunderstandings or disagreements can easily arise, especially if there are differences in work style, priorities, or approaches. If these conflicts occur between friends, they can be especially challenging because the emotional connection may make it more difficult to address issues objectively. For example, a friend may feel hurt or defensive if criticized at work by someone they trust, which could lead to lingering resentment or tension in the personal relationship. Additionally, when friends work together, it can sometimes be difficult to separate personal feelings from professional responsibilities. When conflicts or issues arise in the workplace, it can be tempting to approach them from a personal standpoint rather than a professional one. This can make it harder to address problems constructively, as personal emotions might cloud judgment. In some cases, friends may avoid difficult conversations to protect the emotional connection, which can lead to unresolved issues and hinder progress in both the work and personal aspects of the relationship. For example, a friend who is not meeting expectations at work might not receive the feedback they need to improve because the other person is hesitant to offer criticism out of fear of damaging the friendship. Another challenge is the potential for competition. While competition can be healthy in a work environment when it involves friends, it can introduce an element of tension that might not exist otherwise. Friends who share similar goals or responsibilities at work may begin to compare themselves to each other, which can create unhealthy rivalries. This competition could impact how they interact professionally, and if one person feels overlooked or outperformed, it could breed negative feelings, both at work and in the friendship. The competitive dynamic, if not managed properly, can introduce friction into the relationship that wasn't present before. Furthermore, working together can change the balance of the friendship. In a personal setting, friends might share experiences or advice, but in a professional setting, the relationship is often defined by roles and responsibilities. This shift from equals to colleagues with distinct roles can create power imbalances or discomfort. For example, if one person becomes a manager or supervisor, they may find it difficult to enforce authority over a friend, while the friend might struggle to respect the authority of someone they see as an equal outside of work. This subtle shift in dynamics can be difficult to navigate and may lead to feelings of tension or discomfort in both the work environment and the friendship itself. And when working with friends, maintaining objectivity in decision-making becomes crucial. In any professional environment, making decisions that affect the team, the work, and the organization is a fundamental aspect of leadership and collaboration. However, when personal relationships enter the equation, it can be challenging to remain impartial, and personal feelings can sometimes cloud judgment. And this can create a situation where decisions are influenced by friendship dynamics rather than professional merit, potentially undermining the effectiveness of the team and the quality of work. One of the most significant challenges of working with friends is the emotional bias that may arise when making decisions. In a professional setting, decisions often need to be based on objective criteria, such as performance, skills, and the overall goals of the team or company. However, when making these decisions about a friend, the the personal relationship can make it difficult to separate emotions from the decision-making process. For example, if a friend is underperforming at work, it may be challenging to provide constructive criticism or address the issue directly, as personal loyalty might overshadow the need for professional accountability. Conversely, if a friend excels at their job, there may be a temptation to overlook minor mistakes or give them more leniency than other team members, which can lead to a lack of fairness within the group. Moreover, the fear of damaging the friendship can sometimes prevent friends from making the tough but necessary decisions. In a work environment, feedback, criticism, and sometimes even conflict are inevitable. If friends work together, there may be a reluctance to provide critical feedback or confront issues, as both individuals may fear that it could negatively affect their personal relationship. This hesitation can result in poor performance going unaddressed, which not only affects the team's output, but can also harm the individual's development. Constructive feedback is essential for growth, and without the ability to give or receive it openly, both friends and the team as a whole may miss opportunities for improvement. Additionally, when friends work together, there can be a tendency to prioritize the relationship over professional priorities. In some cases, friends might feel that maintaining harmony in their friendship is more important than making the best decision for the team or organization. This can lead to compromises that are not in the best interest of the work or the broader team dynamic. For instance, if a team needs to make a difficult decision, such as reallocating resources or restructuring responsibilities, a person might make a decision to spare their friends' feelings or avoid creating tension rather than prioritizing what is best for the team's success. This could result in inefficiencies, missed opportunities, or even negative consequences for the organization. On the other hand, when professionals can maintain objectivity, the decision-making process becomes more straightforward and based on the work itself rather than personal feelings. It ensures that each individual is held to the same standard and that all team members are evaluated on their contributions and performance, not on their relationships with others. Objectivity allows for fairness in decisions regarding promotions, project assignments, and accountability, all of which are necessary for a well-functioning team. This can foster a culture of respect and professionalism, where everyone knows that decisions are made based on merit and what is best for the team's goals. This means that ultimately people know whether their movements led to greater or little menial jobs, or whether their movements led to menial or a little menial jobs. To preserve objectivity when working with friends, it is essential to establish clear guidelines for how to approach decision-making. This includes setting expectations for how feedback will be given, addressing any concerns openly, and acknowledging that the professional relationship may sometimes require tough choices. It also means being willing to separate the personal and professional aspects of the relationship when necessary, recognizing that both individuals have roles to fulfill that require their focus and attention. Having open and honest discussions about how to navigate difficult situations can help mitigate potential conflicts and ensure that decisions are based on the needs of the team rather than on personal emotions. In conclusion, objectivity is critical when working with friends. The ability to make decisions based on professionalism rather than personal feelings ensures that the work environment remains fair, effective, and productive. While it may be challenging to separate emotions from decision-making in a friendship, it is necessary to maintain the integrity of both the work and the relationship. By fostering a culture of open communication, setting clear boundaries, and prioritizing the team's goals, friends can work together successfully without compromising objectivity or fairness. Effective communication and empathy are essential for any successful professional relationship, and they are even more crucial when working with friends. The ability to communicate openly, listen actively, and express concerns in a respectful manner is what allows teams to function smoothly and reach common goals. Communication and fostering relationships with friends and colleagues begins with you as the coach. When friends work together, these communication skills become even more important, as they help maintain a balance between professionalism and the personal connection that exists between friends. Empathy in particular plays a vital role in ensuring that the emotional aspects of the friendship do not interfere with the professionalism required in the workplace. And so when you meet someone, you need to identify their motivations, transparency, and level of empathy. One of the challenges of working with friends is that both individuals may already have established ways of communicating, which are often more informal and relaxed. In a personal setting, communication between friends may not be as structured, and there may be an expectation of understanding without needing to explain everything. However, in a work environment, communication needs to be more deliberate, clear, and purposeful. To prevent misunderstandings or unproductive assumptions, it's important for friends to establish clear channels of communication from the outset. Open discussions about expectations, tasks, and responsibilities help ensure that both individuals are on the same page and can avoid potential confusion or friction later on. Effective communication involves more than just speaking clearly. It also requires active listening. When friends work together, they may have the tendency to assume they know what the other person is thinking or feeling based on their personal history. This assumption can lead to miscommunication, as important points may be overlooked or brushed aside in favor of maintaining harmony or avoiding conflict. Active listening means making a conscious effort to understand the other person's perspective, asking clarifying questions when necessary, and acknowledging their thoughts and feelings. When friends communicate actively, they can ensure that all viewpoints are considered, which ultimately leads to better decision-making and stronger collaboration. Empathy, too, plays a critical role in fostering positive communication in a work environment. Empathy allows individuals to understand and share the feelings of others, which is especially important when working with friends. If one friend is facing a challenge at work, the other can offer support by demonstrating understanding and offering help without overstepping professional boundaries. Empathy is about recognizing when a colleague might be feeling stressed or overwhelmed and offering a helping hand or words of encouragement, while also respecting the need for space or autonomy when appropriate. In the case of work disagreements or misunderstandings, empathy helps friends approach the situation with a mindset of collaboration and problem solving, rather than defensiveness or avoidance. Empathy also helps to prevent the negative emotional fallout from work issues from affecting the personal relationship. For instance, if there is a disagreement or a challenging project, a friend who demonstrates empathy will be able to understand that the conflict is not a reflection of the friendship itself, but rather a normal part of the professional process. By acknowledging and validating each other's emotions, both individuals can address the issue at hand without letting it turn into a personal attack or creating unnecessary tension between them. This approach allows for healthy conflict resolution, which helps preserve the friendship while still addressing professional challenges. Disproportionately, men report feeling threatened by rejection tension, and women report feeling supported. Furthermore, communication and empathy are essential for managing expectations and handling feedback in a constructive way. In any professional setting, feedback is necessary for growth and improvement, but delivering it requires sensitivity and consideration. When friends work together, feedback may need to be delivered with extra care to ensure that it does not unintentionally hurt feelings or strain the relationship. Empathetic communication allows friends to provide feedback that is not only constructive, but also considerate of the other person's emotional state. This way, the feedback is more likely to be received positively and lead to growth rather than creating discomfort or conflict. That's the first principle. In summary, communication and empathy are the cornerstones of maintaining a successful working relationship between friends. Open communication helps ensure that both individuals are on the same page, while active listening and empathy foster understanding and collaboration. Both partners have a voice and say our piece, and this is why new entrants into relationships are often useful, because they are a part of creation and connection. So by being mindful of how they communicate, both professionally and personally, friends can navigate the challenges of working together without allowing the emotional aspects of their relationship to undermine their productivity or professional goals. When handled well, communication and empathy create a positive environment that promotes teamwork, mutual respect, and growth for both the individuals and the organization they work for. When friends work together in a professional setting, there is a significant opportunity for enhanced collaboration and innovation. The familiarity and understanding that comes with a friendship can create a unique synergy that might not exist in other types of professional relationships. Friends tend to have a deeper knowledge of each other's strengths, weaknesses, work styles, and motivations, which can lead to more effective teamwork and problem solving. This dynamic can foster a more supportive environment, where both individuals feel comfortable sharing ideas, taking risks, and offering solutions. The key is to take action, and thus set the stage for your experiment by giving yourself the option to try something different, like this, to see if your ideas actually do something new. One of the major benefits of working with friends is the ease with which communication flows. Since friends are already accustomed to open, candid conversations, this can translate into better collaboration at work. They may feel more comfortable brainstorming together, sharing creative ideas, and offering constructive feedback. In a typical professional setting, colleagues might hesitate to express their ideas freely, especially in front of higher-ups or in large meetings. However, when working with a friend, the barriers to communication are often lowered, allowing for more open discussions and the exchange of ideas without fear of judgment. This openness can spark innovation as both individuals feel confident that their thoughts will be respected and considered. Moreover, friends tend to have a natural understanding of each other's preferred working styles. For instance, one friend might excel at big-picture thinking, while the other is skilled at attention to detail. By recognizing and leveraging each other's strengths, they can divide tasks effectively, complementing one another and producing higher quality work. This complementary dynamic often leads to more efficient teamwork, as both individuals are able to contribute in ways that play to their strengths, resulting in a more harmonious and productive work environment. Another advantage of working with friends is the increased level of trust. Trust is essential for effective collaboration, as it allows individuals to rely on each other to meet deadlines, follow through on commitments, and support one another during challenging projects.